Okay, so this is foundation question 3. Complete the following table of information about atoms of some elements. Okay, so we've got the full symbol from the periodic table, including the atomic mass and the atomic number. The atomic number tells us how many protons there are, and also in an atom, how many electrons there are. And the atomic mass tells us the number of protons and neutrons. If you take that number away from this number, we get the number of neutrons. So going across the first row, it's all been done for us. The protons and the electrons are the same, and the number of neutrons is 19, take away 9, which is 10. So the first one we need to fill in, number of protons for bromine. Okay, now the number of protons is the atomic number, so that's 35. And the number of electrons in an atom, okay, is always the same as the number of protons. That is also 35. Here we have carbon 12, which is standard carbon. And the number of protons is 6, which matches the atomic number. The number of neutrons, you have to do a little bit of work for, is 12, take away 6, which also happens to be 6. But don't be lulled into a false sense of security, always do the calculation. So it's the atomic mass, take away the atomic number, is the number of neutrons. And then this final one here, we've got 6 protons, 8 neutrons, and we don't know how many electrons there are. However, if it's got 6 protons, and whatever it is, must have 6 electrons, because it says in the question these are all atoms. Okay, so atoms have always got the same number of protons as electrons because they are electrically balanced. But the information here is missing. Okay, now we know that the number of protons is the atomic number, so we can put a 6 there. What we should also remember is the atomic number defines what the element is. Okay, so we can see that we've got an element here with atomic number 6, which is carbon. So this must also be carbon because it's got an atomic number 6. That's what makes it carbon. Now, what we do need to be careful of now is the atomic mass, because actually this is an isotope of carbon. That means it's got the same atomic number but a different mass, because 6 and 18 is not 12, it's 14. Okay, so where in the other questions we took the atomic number away from the atomic mass to get the number of neutrons, here we know the number of neutrons, we need to add them to the number of protons to get the atomic mass. Okay, so that is an isotope of carbon. And an isotope is an element, an atom rather, same number of protons, a different number of neutrons. Right, from the table, give the name of 2 different elements found in the same period of the periodic table. Okay, now period, we need to remember, is the horizontal column. So it would be a good idea, sorry, period is a horizontal row, So if we have a look at our periodic table, we're looking across here. So we've got fluorine as the first option. And we need to find, is there anything else in the same row as fluorine that appears on our table? So fluorine, carbon does, okay? So carbon and fluorine are definitely, in fact, they are the only ones, because bromine is in a different period. Okay, so 2 elements in the same period is fluorine and carbon. Now it just to give the names, we need to be careful here. So we do need to give the names. You may not be given the marks if you simply write the symbols. Okay, so fluorine and carbon. And then number 3 is 3 part C, use X to represent an electron, draw an electronic structure of fluorine. Okay, so if we start off with writing the symbol in the middle, and we need to draw the first shell. Okay, now fluorine has an atomic number of 9, which, as we've already seen, gives us 9 electrons. So we need to make sure we draw 9 electrons in our diagram. We need to remember that the first shell can only accommodate 2 electrons. We've got 9 to draw. That does leave us with another 7, because 9 take away 2 is 7. The second shell can hold up to 8. We only need to draw 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. and that has a configuration 2,7. Okay, so that is question 3.